Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another video. This time, Genshin Impact. The story of the casual Dolphin to free-to-play player. I don't know how I'm going to title this exactly, but basically, I've been playing since January of 2021. The end. It was, the end of January 2021. But that's when I started Genshin, and it's been 4 years. I have a lot of characters. Um, as you can see, I have not 36 starred Abyss yet. I'm still kind of casual with this. I mean, I am kind of disappointed I haven't 36 starred yet. But in Imaginarium Theater, I go to like the sixth level or whatever it is. That it doesn't give me. I don't go to 8 all the time. So that's my progress in the game. I'm going to go through my character pulls, my builds, and just my feelings on the game. I mean, this is my first gacha, so it definitely got me. It got me for $550, which I am not proud about. I kind of regret it, but I've been playing it. I have about 1,000 hours in this game now. As you can see, I'm still AR-59, so I'm still. I have taken frequent breaks. I've been kind of casual about it, so someone playing this game for 4 years would be well beyond AR-60 at this point. Um, so that the grinding in this game, like, it's not as fun for me, especially because I play solo most of the time. I rarely do co-op. Maybe I should do some more co-op to make it more fun. But I really can't do the mat grind, and the artifact grind is probably the easiest thing to do. But even then, I don't have busted artifacts. But yeah, let's go through my character pulls really quickly. My first pull was my first 4-star was Razor, and unfortunately, I have not fully built him yet, but I do have the Thundering Fury team in place for him. He's getting there, so I have not forgotten him, and he will have a team soon. Beidou was one of my other first pulls. I've always thought she's been a cool character with her counter mechanic. She's been on my Hazo team and other teams for a while, so she's getting there to be fully built. She's like 80% there, I would say. Banner, of course, is top tier. I got him on Hu Tao's banner a long while ago. Official.
I created
January
another
9th,
universe and founded paradise.
2022.
Official and the princessins
I'm trying to figure out exactly when this banner is, and I can't really place it. But what I do know is, yeah, I don't know whose banner this was. So maybe this was a standard pull where I got official. Anyway, moving on. Chongyeon. March 2nd, 2021. I believe this is Liyue Festival. I could be wrong, because this is around the time I took a break from the game. March 2nd, 2021. So, yeah, I believe I got him through the Liyue Festival. Sucrose and a bunch of these other characters I got when I first started this game. I was pulling for my first 5-star, who was Ganyu. I spent... So, okay. Just to give a little history. When I first started this game, right? This is my first gacha. I mean, I knew how microtransaction games work. Like, don't spend all your money. They're just trying to steal all your money, right? But somehow they still got me in this game. Ganyu, if you didn't know, was hyped like crazy when she first initially released, especially with Venti. Venti was like super hyped. So was Ganyu, and then the Morgana team was top tier at the time. So I never fully got Morgana. I just got Mona like with the free 5-star like a few months ago. So I've never had Ganyu's like optimal team, but I've always kind of just made it work, and she's definitely carried me through the story and through some of the modes. Like a few times I used her in Spiral Abyss, but she's definitely not my best character. So I kind of regret spending $150 on her, but she did make most of the story quests kind of easy because she's ranged, you know. So you could always cheese a lot of overworld content with her. So I do appreciate her, but she is not a top tier character, at least these days. Zhao was my second 5 star, and he was also hyped like crazy in his initial release. He's just different playstyle, which I thought was cool. So I spent $150 to get him. I also wanted Jean, so somehow I pulled Jean. Like honestly, I really believe I pulled for Jean on the standard banner, and I got her somehow. So I was happy about that. I got Kaching on the 50-50 for Zhao, and then I ended up getting Zhao. And then I quit the game for a few months. Well, as you can see, I returned for Leeway, I guess. And then I quit for a few months. I was kind of mad at myself. Like, you know, no offense to anyone that spends their money on this game, but I'm one of those types of, you know, video game players that prides myself on spending as minimum as possible, like getting games on a deep sale. You know, not waiting too long before, you know, multiplayer is dead on a game, but like waiting until like they're like, you know, $30, $40, maybe $20 buying a game. So for me to spend $150 to get Zhao with Primordial Jade Spear, Ganyu, I got Amos Bow much later. Um, but just to do that, like, you know, $150 is, in my terms, like 5 games, you know? I mean, at this, you know, at this point in 2024, I have over 1,000 hours in Genshin. I'm still kind of mad at myself for spending so much on this game. You know, ideally, you know, to anyone watching out there, please stay free to play in this game because this game will get you. Because you know everything is just kind of designed for you to spend. Like they don't explain, you know, the next banners until like a week before or 2 weeks before. Like you literally have to look at leaks to see like to plan your primos because otherwise they get you right. They're because you don't know when these characters are coming back. Um, for I think a good example is like Eula. She was, I mean, she's not that great. I guess that's why she took so long to come back. But she was gone from banners for over a year. Like characters are like, when is she coming back? You don't know. So that's really how they get you in this game. So unless you're looking at leaks and you could plan like who you want to go for, playing free to play in this game blind is really hard. Like you have to have the utmost discipline and control, or you have to be like poor, or like sorry to anyone playing this game that is poor. Not to say that I'm rich, but like you know, I have money that I could spend on this game. But it just makes you feel weird when you're spending, you know, hundreds of dollars on a single game. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. So I spent $300. I got Ganyu, I got Jean, I got Zhao. I quit the game for a while, and then back for Hu Tao. Hu Tao's rerun. Oh, actually, first I came back for Aloy. I convinced myself that um, playing the game while using the $5 welcome pass was fine. Like I can afford it. It's fine. Like I'm not spending too much.
Toodaloo.
You know, and just FYI to anyone that wants to spend in this game, if you get the Welkin and you play every day, that is enough. That is literally enough because you will get about 150 primos a day, and with that kind of primo gem income, you could literally pull for a 5-star every patch. And if you are more selective in who you pull for, you could pull for the 5-star you want, like basically win the 50-50 and go for their weapon banner if you wanted to. You know, not every banner, but like every other banner, you could potentially do that just with the Welkin. So,
Toodaloo.
you know, like if I started as a Welkin player, I've done this math before. So if I started in January 2021, and I used
Silly
Welkin for
churl,
4 years, that
billy
would
churl,
be 5 times
silly
12 is
billy
60, right?
hilly churl.
60 times 4 years
Ooh.
is 240. So $240 over 4 years to get basically any character I want in the game. Um, so I think that's a pretty good deal, considering I spent $550 on this game and I did not get it. I
Toodaloo.
got most of the characters I wanted, but you know, like I would have liked Child, a Zhongli, Albedo. Like, there's a few characters that I missed that I would have liked to get, but you know, it is what it is. I'm free to play now, and I'm not going to change that anymore. Um, but yeah, getting back to the pull history, I pulled for Hu Tao. I got like copies of Rosaria, Yanfei, Thoma. Um, you know, this is when I'm on the Welkin, and then in a few months I went for Kokomi because I needed a healer. A few months. Am I jumping ahead to Raiden Shogun? Hold on. I believe Nahida came first. So 2022 was Sumeru, right? Sumeru released. I got Nahida on release. Wow, she was available in November. Well, I guess I'm waiting for until November for Pyro Archon. Anyway, I got Raiden Shogun like a month after that, and then I believe I got Kujo Sara like um, on a standard banner pull because the first time Raiden came around, I mean, I didn't get Raiden and I didn't get Kujo Sara either. It was unfortunate. Just to let you guys know, my top four, you know, quote unquote waifu characters in this game are Kujo Sara, Jean, Candice, and Florent. So these are my favorite characters. I made it a point to make teams with them. Not like together, but like made teams for all of them. And that is still what I plan to do. Um, I haven't fully achieved that goal, but we're getting there. Alright, moving on. Kole we got for free during Sumeru. Heizo I got a few months, like a month or two before Kole. Yunjin was, I believe I picked her in the Liyue Festival. I'm pretty sure I did. It was her or Yao Yao. Anyway, I got them around the same time. I think I pulled for Yao Yao, and I used the selector on Yunjin in one of the Liyue festivals. Anyway, Kuki I got really early on. What is this? October 2022? This... So I didn't really know who to use her with, but she was a healer, and I always like healers. So I built her anyway. But yeah, she's thriving now in my Al-Hytham team. And I got him accidentally because I was pulling for Yao Yao. I don't know, I'm weird. I want all of the useful 4-stars. And, you know, Yao Yao is the healer. She's Dendro. I knew she'd be useful. So I pulled for her. And I ended up getting Al-Hytham. And I don't regret getting Al-Hytham because he's pretty good. He's pretty strong. I don't fully have his, you know, I don't have his best weapon. I don't have, like, best artifacts on him. But, you know, he's pulling his weight. He's a great character. Faruzan. Oh, man, Faruzan. I've been trying to pull for her C6 on at least 2 separate banners. And she's C1. So, so I've had no luck with Faruzan. I mean, pulling for 4-stars in this game is like the worst thing about this game. Like, if there's a particular 4-star you want, good luck getting them, because there's no guarantee. There is literally no guarantee the gacha system for Genshin Impact to guarantee a 4-star that you want. Um, so it's unfortunate, but like if you have Farazan, let's say Layla and Dory on the banner, you could literally, it's just random chance. It's just luck, right? You could literally get all Laylas and Dories and never get a Farazan. If and you could spend 100 pulls. You could spend like 1,000 pulls, and it could just be that you only get Laylas and Dories. That is really unfortunate about the Genshin system. So yeah, I'm stuck with C1 Farozan, even though I have Zhao over here, trying to clear Abyss, and I'm a casual, so I cannot do it without C6 Farozan. So there you go. All right. So my next big spend was Yalan. So it was a very strange decision by me because I was happy with the Welkin at the time, and I believe Hu Tao's rerun came around the same time. So I was like, oh no, what do I do? Do I go for Hu Tao C1 or do I go for Yalan and her? For some reason, I got her weapon too. So I spent $150. I got Yalan, I got her weapon. I mean, my Hu Tao team is pretty dominant because of Yalan and her build. Yalan is pretty strong. So I don't really regret the choice. I mean, I wish I had Hu Tao C1. Maybe in a future banner I could get it. But Yalan is a powerhouse. Like, she is strong. She's also on my Al Haitham team. So that was the last time I spent in this game. I stopped getting Welkins. I stopped buying crystal top-ups. I just stopped completely after spending on Yalan. So at that point, 150 on Yalan, 150 on Zhao, 150 on Ganyu. That's 450 plus about $100 in Vulcans that I did through 2022 and 2023. So at that point, after her banner, which is basically February 2023, I became free to play. So for the past year and a half or so, I've been free to play. So any pulls after that were just, free gems through the game. So that's basically my story. I got Layla through some pulls I'm not 100% on. I got Kave recently. Oh man, he costs a lot of pulls for me. I don't even know if I'll get him. As you know, you can't guarantee a 4-star, right? And I don't even use this guy. I just got him because he's so hyped at being rare. Like, he hasn't been on a banner for more than a year. So I just pulled him because I was like, oh, what if I never see him on a banner again? So yeah, they got me again. They got me for 40 pulls to get Kave. Anyway, Mika, I don't really remember when I pulled for him, but I don't really use him. Deha, I got as I lost at 55th, and I don't regret it because I will eventually build her. Lynette, I think everyone got for free. Fremine, I'd like to say he was free. I'm not 100% on that one. Farina, I definitely pulled for on her release. Oh, so Archons do release in November. That's good to know. So I guess in November, sometime I'll be pulling for the Pyro Archon. Charlotte, I got through Farina pulls. I really want to go for her C2. I kind of held back the last time she had a rerun, but I think I will go for her C2. She is so powerful. Severus, I'm really happy I got her. I got at least a constellation or two. I could pull for more. She's still on Raiden's banner, but I don't want any more Raiden copies. I actually got Raiden C2 on one of her reruns. I think that's how I got C6 Sarah. So I do not regret it. C2 Raiden's pretty powerful, especially on the Chevrolet team that I'm building. So I do not regret it at all. But yeah, I want to get a few more of the Archon constellations. Definitely will help my account, or at least help me to clear Abyss. You know, Gaming. I believe I picked him on the Lue banner recently. Xianyan, the Cloud Retainer. So I knew I wanted her because she would buff Zhao, but she doesn't buff Zhao enough. Like, you literally need C6 Farazan more than you need Cloud Retainer. I mean, she's fun. I mean, I also like the synergy she has with like Gaming. I also put her on Hu Tao teams sometimes when I have her with Farina. So she definitely has her, her niche uses. And she's really cool in the overworld. But I'd rather have C6 Farazan, you know? I actually got C1 Nahida because I was pulling for Farazan. I spent 100 wishes, and I ended up getting C1 Nahida, which I don't regret. But I only got C1 Farazan. It's just unfortunate. That's just how this game works. I got Sethos. He has a really cool kit. I'm not really sure I'm going to build him. And then everyone got Kachina, right? So, Chlorind, I got her. I got her weapon. I was saving for her for months. Literally months. What was the last 5-star I got? I think it was Xinyan. So I spent a whole bunch of pulls to get Xinyan. I was really pulling for Farazan. I did not get the copies I wanted. So then for 5 months, I saved for Chlorant, and I got her. I really wanted more constellations, but I didn't get them because I wanted her weapon, which I did get. So I was happy about that. And that's really it. I mean, I'm a casual player, so you know, don't don't be shocked at my like game progression because it is pretty bad. As you can see, where is the? I have 447 achievements over 4 years in this game. So, yes, I am a casual player. Um, yeah, let me just show you what I mean by being a casual player. So, like my quest log is nearly an infinite. Like I do not finish quests. I don't have the time to do these quests. I can't stand the dialogue in this game unless it's like an Archon quest. Um, besides that, like my map progression is not really there. I'm about 50% in most. Okay, in most regions. I'm getting started on Natlan these days. Fontaine, I was working on. At the end of the summer, I didn't really get to do as much as I wanted. Um, yeah, I'm pretty casual, so so my map progression is pretty bad. I think I spent the most time in Inazuma, for whatever reason, besides Mondstadt because everyone starts there. Um, but yeah, my progression is pretty casual in this game. I can't do all the grinding. Anyway, let's get into the character builds because that's like the rest of the story of my account, right? Um, like I said, I'm pretty casual. I don't do as much grinding, so I have one level 90 character, which is Kuki, because that's how her talents work, where she scales off of EM for the Hyper Bloom team. Anyway, uh, yeah, I have the catch on Raiden Shogun. Yeah, I would like engulfing on her, but I'm not about to spend the primos. I'd rather spend it on the Pyro Archon. I like having all the Archons because I know they're pretty powerful. As you can see, my artifacts are nothing special. She's 53, 120. The with 213 ER. Nothing crazy. I don't know if there's any point of flipping through these, but my artifacts aren't that great. My talents could use some work, as you can see. And you know that will be the same through most of my characters. Oh wait, did I show off that I have C2 right in? So yeah, this is one of my more well invested characters with the C2 constellations. I got C6 Zincho. His artifacts are decent, you know, nothing special. Got him on Sack Sword. This sword is amazing. And yeah, 48 120 with good ER. So he does the job. He's powerful. I should ascend him to 90. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And oh, did I use these on Mona? Is that what it was? Because I had 20 before. Anyway, Zhangling, you know, I'm working on her as well. Dragon's Bane, artifacts, nothing special because 40, 95. I should definitely improve her crit rate or her crit damage, right? Because she's on so many teams. As you can see, these artifacts are kind of mid. Especially this one. Jeez, this one's terrible. Um, so yeah, she is a work in progress. Yeah, I should definitely spend some more time on her. She is essential to at least two of my teams. So that's something to work on. My Bennett, you know,
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
he does his job. Sapwood Blade, I gotta put that to 90. Artifacts are nothing special. C6. Yeah, I did not hesitate to C6 him because I wanted to use him with Razor. And yeah, there you go. There's my Bennett. My Kuki. It's just, she has just enough to do her job. You know, just enough to do her job. Artifacts, you know, the triple EM. C2 and talents. The ring could be a little higher, right? The sanctifying ring. My Zhao, I would say he's pretty well built. You know, he's not the best. I did get him C1, which is a mistake. I will admit. I got the C1 on him. You know, along like maybe his second rerun or his first rerun. I thought it would help him, and it did not. Like this C1 doesn't really do much, so that was a waste of 90 or so pulls. And for his artifacts, yeah, I am missing another 2-piece on him, but literally I cannot find better artifacts for him, and I don't want to build him anymore right now. I just want my C6 Farazan and I want to be done with him, you know. 83 172, you know, it's not the best in the world, it's not the worst in the world. But yeah, he's missing C6 Farazan to really compete. My Hu Tao, I would say, is probably my best character, besides my Yelan. She's 60 to 40 with the Staff of Homa. I mean, you know, this definitely helps the crit damage ratio, right? Artifacts are okay, you know, nothing special, but they're not terrible either. I would like her C1. And I can improve her talents a bit. I should get those to 9. So yeah, one of my best characters. I like using her in the Abyss. My Ganyu, 41 190. You know, pretty bad on the crit rate, so that she needs improvement. So I've been trying to use the artifact Strongbox. I'm happy I got the Amos bow. It took me a few years to get the Amos bow, to be honest. Like I kept missing the chance to pull for it, and I finally got it. So I'm happy about that. I got that for her. So yeah, pretty standard artifacts. My crit rate is lacking. And I guess my talents are pretty much where they need to be, you know. Maybe I could crown that normal attack, but she's pretty solid, I would say. My Ayaka, did I? I don't know. I think I skipped over this, but yes, I have an Ayaka. and she kind of replaced my Ganyu as my main cryo DPS. She has definitely carried me in Abyss, at least the earlier levels. Um, and I got Ayato's sword because I kept skipping Mist Splitter. So I guess if I get Mist Splitter, I will give it to Kachang. We'll see. Her artifacts are okay. I don't know if I show the ratio. Yeah, I think I skipped it. I got Ayaka. I really like her playstyle. Ratio is not too bad, to be honest. Especially with the crit rate weapon. Her talents could use some work. But I'm like 90% there with her. I think she's pretty solid build. My Kaching is nothing to write home about. She needs some work. Ratio's pretty bad. I mean, she's on Lion's Roar, so that could explain some of it. But I have her on Thundering Fury. I have her in a Aggravate team. I can show you the team builds in a second, but yeah, her talents could use some work. My Chlorant, yeah, I need to max out her talents, but her artifacts I've worked on for a decent amount. They still needs work. She still needs work, but she does the job. Her ratio is 57-200 with a crit damage weapon. So yeah, it could be better. This should be something like 70% crit rate, So she is lacking a little bit in damage, but she's pretty much there. I'm pretty satisfied with her. My Kokomi, she does the job. She has some ER, she has her HP. She's on Thrilling Tales because she's usually on my freeze team. And Tenacity. She does the job. So yeah, I mean, I should max out her talents probably, but I really like her. She was a good investment. My Jean, ever since I got her, I've been using her. I should probably bump up her talents. I do have her C1. She's on like a EM/crit rate build because I like her Sunfire builds. So I kind of mess around with Sunfire sometimes, but yeah, she's really good. I used to have her on the Zhao team. Now she's on the Hu Tao team. So I will never take her off. Kazuha, my other greatest investment. I do have the Zyphos. I just haven't. I spent 40 pulls to get this. Oh, where is it? It's over here. I just have to finish upgrading it. But yeah, I got him on the EM build. Is he at 900 now? Yeah, he's at 900 EM. Pretty solid. He's on my Chlorine team. He's on my Freeze team. There's so many teams that he's useful for. I really like him. Glad I pulled for him. Xianyun, she's on at least 2 of my teams. I gotta finalize her Ascension, last Ascension, her weapon. Yeah, it takes me forever to build characters in this game. And her talents. She needs some work, but yeah, she's getting there. I'll hide them. It took me so long to build this, man. It took me so long, and I'm still not there. Like, look at this, 60, 130. Pretty terrible for a strong carry. I did do one. I did do one battle pass, so that's how I got the black sword. I have it on this guy. Yeah, he needs a better sword. He needs a better weapon for sure. His artifacts are pretty mid, to be honest. And his talents could use a bit of a bump, but yeah. I need to work on him again, but like there's only so much I could focus on one character. Like there's just so many for me to build, So yeah, I will return to him later to fully build him out. My Nahida is pretty solid. Her crit ratio is lacking, but she's not C2 yet. I can run the Deepwood, triple EM, C1, and talents are almost there, you know, level 8. So yeah, she's the best Dendro in the game, right? And Farina's the best attack buffer, or is it damage bonus in the game? Her ratio could use some work. Skyward Blade, I'm happy to put on her for the ER. And so then I have her on HP Sands. I would like her C2, and I should probably bump up her talents, but that's going to take some time. Yelan, like I said, is probably one of my best built characters. She's 64, 177. I mean, relative to my other characters, right? I got her weapon. Man, that crit damage is really high, 88%. So that makes up a lot of this crit damage. So that explains it. So I guess my artifacts aren't as great as I thought they were. This doesn't have crit rate or crit damage. This just has 10% attack. I may upgrade this even now. Wow. So it has 10%. Wow, this is going to be a live upgrade. So we got crit damage and we have attack percent here, which is pretty solid. Crit rate, crit damage, and attack percent. I think we're going to go for this one. Well, I guess I'm upgrading my Yelan live on this video. Apologies if there's a faster way to get to the bottom of this, but this is a big moment here. Watch it all roll into the least useful attribute. Wow, I can't believe I had this on her the whole time. Attack 51, but the crit rate and the crit damage did go up. So I lost 5% attack, but I got some crit rate. Oh, I got the attack percent back too. Wow. I can't believe that just happened. This could be better as well. I don't know if there is a better HP Sands. We're gonna take a look. Did I just skip it? No, that's what's equipped. Wow. I didn't know my Yelan could be even more busted. HP. No. It says crit rate. It says attack percent. Well, nope. Maybe next time. This has some crit rate and attack percent. It says attack percent and crit damage. Okay, so what are we at now? 71, 190. Nice. That's pretty good. Well, I guess I should be checking my builds more often. Alright, so yeah, her talents could use an upgrade. But yeah, one of my best characters, and now even better. Farazan, my poor Farazan. Yeah, her crit ratios are pretty terrible. Her ER is up there with the Favonius and the ER Sands. But yeah, I'm stuck at C1. It is what it is. There's not much I can do about that. I'm probably gonna pull for her again in the future. My Hazo has pretty terrible ratios, but I will continue to work on him. He has a crit build, so yeah, he needs some work. So he's a work in progress. My Sucrose is not someone I play really anymore, but she's just there. 700 EM, sac frag, triple EM. Okay. My Rosaria C6. I haven't fully built her, but she's been on my Ayaka team for a while. Man, her crit rate is pretty bad for crit sharing. Just realized that. Um, yeah, she isn't fully built, as you can see. Well, I guess I could get more crit rate if I just max this out, right? Um, yeah, she's C6. Her talents aren't really there. But yeah, she's just a placeholder. I don't know if I will ever pull for Shenhao, but what I do in the Abyss is I put Ganyu in the cryo battery spot, and I just hope for the best. So let me know if that's a terrible strategy. Anyway, Kujo Sarah is, you know, she's getting there. She's getting there. 45, 120. Her ratios could be better. She needs a better weapon for sure. And yeah, these artifacts are pretty mid, as you can see. There's no crit damage even on these pieces. There's no crit rate on this one. So yeah, she needs some work. Finally got her C6. Her talents need some work. But yeah, there's my Sarah. My official I just built.
I created another universe
Just because
and founded paradise.
I got
For
chlorine.
Official, and the princess
Ratios could use some work. Stringless, I believe, is her best 4-star. I have her on the Golden Troop. I honestly don't know. Does she need ER? That's something I'll have to check. Anyway, I have her C2. Her Knight Rider talent could use some work. I should probably max it out. But yeah, she's really strong. Beidou needs some work.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
But she does her job. I had her on this luxurious Sea Lord for the longest time. She definitely deserves like the Akamaru or the Sakurate sword. Like she needs something better. Like this Sea Lord ain't it, but I'm just too lazy to upgrade more weapons. Yeah, she's on a standard build. C6 and talents could use a little more work. Yanfei, I was excited to build her because I wanted a virgin character. So she's on an EM build for Gilded. So I'm kind of happy about how she turned out. I need to max this out. I didn't even realize this is not maxed out, and I have to ascend her. But you know, decent ratio. I mean, 35% isn't that great, but you know, could use some work. But this is a decent ratio for an EM build, you know. So yeah, like I said, I am happy how Yanfei turned out. She needs some more work, but Cole I stopped building because I technically don't need her anymore with Nahida and Yao Yao, and now I'm considering to build Kirara as well. Chevres, she's really one of my newer projects, so she is not there, but she's getting there. She's getting there. She definitely does her job. She's like a healer slash buffer. So, and yeah, her talents are really low. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting her fully built and getting her on that Raiden Chevres team. Thoma is just there. I mean, I had him on my Zhao team originally as like a Zhongli replacement, but ever since then, and then I had him on the Hu Tao team, but Double Hydro is just better. So yeah, I have a C6 Thoma kind of without a job at this point, but I will figure it out soon. Sayu I just always thought was kind of a cool character, so I've been building her like kind of on the side. I have her on triple EM. C6. So yeah, I'm looking forward to building a team for her, but yeah, she's, you know, she's like a fun character for me. Diona has been carrying my Ganyu for a long time. She's still not fully built. I just kind of, you know, lightly build her. Just do her job as a shielder. But you know, since I haven't pulled for Zhongli, I will probably fully max her out. If I get her C6, she could give Ganyu an EM buff as well. So yeah, looking forward to that if I can ever get that. My Yao Yao is good for my Chlorine team because you know I have skill issues, so I can't run, and I refuse to put prototype Amber on my Nahida. So yeah, so I use Yao Yao. My Traveler I have is Electro because I want him to be on like a Sarah burst team, a Sarah DPS team, Kujo Sarah DPS team. It's a work in progress. Candice, a work in progress. I have her being built for like a Gaming team, like as a support. Yunjin, I've been building a Geo team for like forever, and I never put enough resources into building this Geo team with Ningguang as the DPS. I just like I'm just not interested in building it. Maybe if I finish building everyone else, I don't know. My Razor is getting there. His ratios are pretty terrible as you can see, but I built him for EM. Triple Gilded needs a lot of work. I would like a C6 for him, but yeah, he's one of my future projects. Looking forward to finishing that. Aloy I built before, but you know, if she never gets the constellations, I'm not really gonna bother with her. You know, sorry. My Mona I've been looking for a while. I'm slowly building her for a Kujo Sarah burst team. Looking forward to that in the future. Sorry. My Chong Young. So I always thought that it was cool that he has such great synergy with Zinsho, especially on like the national team. So eventually, I mean, who knows when that'll be, right? I have so many characters to build. Eventually, I would like to fully build him. Like this should be a cryo goblet. Eventually, I would like to build him, but who knows when that'll be. Barbara is, I'm done building her. Noelle, I'm done building her. Zinyan, I'm done. Chi-Chi, I haven't found a team. Kaya, yeah, I'm not planning on building him. Dory was the other character I could have used for Kujo Sarah because she provides energy, but I just don't like her design. I don't like her attack strings. Like it's not like I'm gonna use her attack strings like that. It's just I don't know. I don't like her design. So I'm glad I don't have to build her. I'd rather build the Traveler. Lisa, I don't really have a team for her. I don't know if I'd exactly build her either, but yeah, she's staying at this point. Amber's also staying as is. Gaming I will build eventually. I think his playstyle is really cool. Deha I will also build eventually. I don't really have a team for her, but she deserves to be built. Kachina is sticking on my Geo team for now, but yeah, I don't have the resources for her yet. Goro is also on the Geo team, but yeah, no resources or interest to build him yet. Lynette, I wanted to build her initially because her design is so cool. You know, she's like a cat lady, right? But I just don't have a team for her, so she's gonna be sitting here. Charlotte, no plans to build her. Fremine, no plans to build. Mika, nope. Layla, nope. Sethos, I thought of initially, but I have so many Electro DPSs, so I just can't. I just can't right now. Maybe if I really, you know, I'm into this game a few years later and I have nothing to do, maybe I'll build him. But and Kevin, you know, I just got him. I don't know if I will ever build him, but I have him, so at least I don't have to feel FOMO about that. But yeah, that's basically it. This is what 4 years of casual play can bring you. You know, if you want to see my Spiral Abyss progress, I got 30 stars recently. I really feel like if I put some more effort into it, which I don't consistently do in this game, I could probably get like 32 stars, you know, maybe 33 stars. It's definitely I was off by a second in floor 11, so that was just me, you know, misplaying on floor 11. And floor 12, like I don't think I'm gonna get 3 stars on chamber 3 right now, but I believe I could get an additional star on chambers 1 and 2. So what is that? 31, 32, 33. If I really wanted to try hard for 150 gems, I believe I can get up to 33 stars, but that's basically where I am. If you want to see my last few abysses, this is kind of where I sit between like 26 to 30 something stars. So yeah, I was stuck on 11.3 for the longest while. Now I've broken through. Now I can clear. I could get to the end of Abyss, but if I'm really motivated. But some abysses I've just kind of stopped at 11.3 because I just can't be bothered. This is my other highest attempt. I don't know what version this was, but and then yeah, this is like my earlier days of trying Abyss. So my first real Abyss run was 722. That's interesting. So I've been nearly every month since then. Oh, wait, this is January 23rd, February. And then I took a big break between February 2023 and August 2023. Took a 6-month break. And then took a 3-month break. And then I was pretty much every month since then, right? Oh, this I did 2 Abyss clears in the same month? That's interesting. Then February, March, April. Oh, because I think this is when Abyss reset more frequently. That's why. So this is May, June, July, and this is when it would turn into once a month, I guess. So June, July, August. Yeah. So yeah, that's what $550 and a casual play style. I mean, I don't. I let my resin overflow. I've been doing that for so long. I don't take this game too seriously, regardless of the money I've spent on this game. But yeah, I have enjoyed my time. I have enjoyed my time in this game. I hope in the future I get 36-star Abyss. I hope to build all the characters that I'm interested in building. Did I show off my teams? I did not do that. Let me do that really quick. So yeah, I have my national team, my rated national. I have Ganyu Melt. I have Kaching. I call it Hyper, but this is more like Aggravate. Sayu can be replaced for sure. I just don't like using the same exact characters on another team, which you will see. Got my Xiao with my Farazan C1. My Hu Tao team is pretty solid. This is probably my best performer. Ayaka's Freeze team. This is my next best performer, but lately in Abyss you can't freeze enemies, so her value has gone down. Raiden is my other team, but I usually use National in the Abyss. Like this Chevrolet's team isn't fully built yet, but when it is built, this will probably be my go-to on AoE floors. I'll hide them. He's carried me in the past, But like I said, my Alhaitham's ratios aren't fully there yet. But the rest of my characters are looking pretty good. So Alhaitham needs some work, but this is a good team that I have. Um, Chlorinde, I spent a lot of time and resources building, like, my Chlorinde, my Fischl, my Yao Yao isn't really there, but she's just there for support, and my Kazuha always carries. So yeah, this is my other favorite team. I haven't used Yanfei in the Abyss, but once I get her ascended and like ready for the Abyss, I will definitely try out this team in the Abyss. It seems fun. Hazo is a project. My Mono Geo team is a project. My Razor team. This is the Thundering Fury. It's getting there. My Gaming team is a long-term project. So this is what I was saying. Like Kujo Sarah is like a burst carry. So the idea is use Electro Traveler's abilities, swirl with Kazuha, switch to Mona, use her burst, and then use Kujo Sarah's skill and burst. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that I can make some good progress on this account in the future, and I hope to see you next time. Alright, take care. Bye.